The origin and clinical relevance of Yoga Nidra. Abstract from the National Library of Medicine or the National Institute of Health. Yoga Nidra, also known as yogic sleep, is a simplified form of an ancient tantric relaxation technique. The most general description of the practice is that it combines guided mental imagery with a specific yoga posture called Shavasana, or corpse pose. The goal of Yoga Nidra is to promote a profound state of relaxation, which differs from sleep inasmuch as there is still an awareness of one's surroundings. While several components of the practice have been known since ancient times, it was not until the 1960s that an updated and systemized system of practice was introduced to the public through the writings of Swami Satyananda Saraswati. Unlike other schools of yoga, which emphasize concentration or contemplation, Yoga Nidra's goal is complete relaxation. As such, its advocates claim that it is suitable for all individuals, from beginners to advanced practitioners of yoga. The calm inner stillness induced by Yoga Nidra is claimed by practitioners to be an effective stress management tool, as well as a means for attaining greater receptivity to personal resolutions. These resolutions can range from the goal of achieving self-transformation, enhancing creativity, or improving one's learning ability. Additionally, Yoga Nidra is claimed to promote beneficial changes in physiological and mental health. The following narrative review summarizes the basic steps used to achieve the final state of Yoga Nidra relaxation, as well as some recent experimental findings regarding its physiological and psychological effects. Standard research databases were searched for relevant articles. Clinical studies have shown that Yoga Nidra meditation is associated with positive physiological changes, including improvements in several hematological variables, red blood cell counts, blue blood glucose levels, and hormonal status. 2 neuroimaging studies have shown that Yoga Nidra produces changes in endogenous dopamine release and cerebral blood flow, a further confirmation that its effects on the central nervous system are objectively measurable. The practice has also been shown to reduce psychometrically measured indices of mild depression and anxiety, although these benefits were not shown in an experimental study to extend to severe depression or severe anxiety. When awareness is separate and distinct from mental activity, when waking dream and deep sleep pass like clouds, yet awareness of self remains. This is the experience of total relaxation. That is why, in Tantra, Yoga Nidra is said to be the doorway to Samadhi. Swami Satyananda. It has been suggested that the various techniques of yoga often produce a number of both physical and mental changes, referred to as the relaxation response. In this paper, one of these techniques, as well as the scientific evidence supporting it, is reviewed. Yoga Nidra, variously meaning yogic sleep, psychic sleep, or sleeping consciously, is a meditative procedure whose goal is to transform the mind and body. The name Yoga Nidra derives from 2 Sanskrit words, yoga, which means union, and nidra, which means sleep. Acharya Sankara wrote in his text a passage that says that when the ego has become quiescent, when the messages between the perceptions of the senses are no longer being registered in the mind, and when the feeling of personal identity has slipped away, this is when the quieting process of Yoga Nidra starts. The source documents for Yoga Nidra in the Taravali of Acharya Shankara also advised, O friend, getting convinced of and getting established in the state of Turiya, which is beyond the three states of Vishva, waking, dreaming, and prajna, deep sleep, constantly experience the bliss of Yoga Nidra that is full of consciousness, free of doubts, and inexplicable. The ancient Rajana Bhairava, a major source document for yoga, describes roughly 112 types of yoga meditation practices around the 7th century CE. Of these, Yoga Nidra is defined as meaning when sleep has not yet fully appeared, example, when one is about to fall asleep, and all the external objects, though present, have faded out of sight. Then the state between sleep and waking is one of which one should concentrate. In that state, the Supreme Goddess will reveal herself. In the epic Mahabharata, Lord Krishna is related with Yoga Nidra. The ocean becomes the bed of the lotus-naveled Vishnu, when at the termination of every yuga, that deity of immeasurable power enjoys Yoga Nidra, the deep sleep under the spell of spiritual meditation. The Bhagavad Gita, or the Song of God, or Song of the Lord, belongs to the second half of the first millennium BC. The Bhagavad Gita was originally part of the Mahabharata, India's great epic. It is one of the great ancient texts on Hinduism and yoga. A core attitude expressed about sleep is that it represents a state which occurs in the unenlightened mind. As Lord Krishna describes both the condition and himself, he says, I am the self. O Gudakesa, seated in the hearts of all creatures, I am the beginning, the middle, and the end of all beings. Lord Krishna referred to Arjuna as Gudakesa, meaning one who has achieved such a state of mastery and is so highly evolved that he has overcome the need for sleep. And an additional meaning of this passage is that sleep is regarded as a state of darkness or ignorance, and one that the great Arjuna has transcended. Yoga Nidra is believed to be as old as yoga itself, in terms of history, with the first reference of it being in the Upanishads. Yoga Nidra is sometimes referred to as the third of 4 levels of consciousness. In the third or deep sleep state, the need or desire for any object of external experience has been lost. Essentially, it is a state of dreamless sleep or undifferentiated consciousness. At the same time, those who are in this state of experience bliss and have also achieved a condition in which there is a clearer understanding of the 2 states of sleep that have preceded it. Yoga Nidra practice is performed in Shavasana, which implies a depth of release that goes beyond simple relaxation. This asana is described as a relaxation tool in various Indian Hatha Yoga texts. Appearing in the Hatha Yoga Pradipika, the Light on Hatha Yoga, a 15th century manual on Hatha Yoga written by Svatmarama, has a passage that's meaning is that the practitioner of Yoga Nidra should lie flat on the ground facing upwards and assume the posture or condition of a dead body, a physical and mental state that is referred to as Shavasana. In this position, normal fatigue is dissolved. In the Garanda Samhita, likely a late 17th century manual on Hatha Yoga, says that in Hatha Yoga, lying flat on the ground like a corpse, is believed that this posture dissolves fatigue and quiets the agitation of the mind, and is used as a relaxation practice. In the Hatha Yatnavali, a treatise on Hatha Yoga, written in the 17th century, says that lying comfortably, extended arms and legs, this is Shavasana. It removes all kinds of fatigue due to the practice of different asanas. Practitioners of Yoga Nidra may appear to be asleep, but their consciousness is operating at a deep level of awareness. This level of consciousness is accompanied by a profound sense of relaxation. Yoga Nidra is derived from Pratyahara, one of the 8 Ashtanga or 8-limbed branches of the yoga system, as conceptualized in Patanjali's, who is an ancient Indian sage who lived around 200 BC, the well-known codification method of yogic practice, and the tantric ritual of Nisaya, to place or to practice, in which mantras, a sacred utterance, a numinous sound, a syllable, a word or phoneme, or a set of words, are placed and felt at different parts of the body. Thus the meaning of Nisaya is to place and to take the mind to that point. Yoga Nidra is neither Nisaya nor meditation, as they're both done in a sitting position while keeping your spine straight. Unlike meditation, Nisaya, Yoga Nidra is performed in a supine position. Furthermore, while meditation is practiced in an awake, aware state, Yoga Nidra is classified as a sleep state in which awareness is preserved. Yoga Nidra is a Pratyahara. This is a control or withdrawal of senses practice in which the mind and mental activities are disengaged from perceptual awareness. This results in profound relaxation, stress reduction, initiating healing processes, and personal transformation. This is the method called Yoga Nidra in which you can have conscious sleep. The quote, Yoga Nidra is a state between sleep and samadhi. That's Swami Rama. The connection between the environment is never lost with Yoga Nidra. It is just that the arousal-producing effects are reduced. The deeper layers of mental activity become more accessible to the practitioner with prolonged practice. Yoga Nidra bears some resemblance to sleep, inasmuch as in both states there is a disconnection from the arousal-promoting effects of the environment, a decrease in sympathetic nervous system activity, which is a reduction in stress responses, and a manifestation of dream-like visual experiences. It is claimed that during the deep state of relaxation that Yoga Nidra induces, an awareness of one's surroundings is increased, and that receptivity and learning abilities are enhanced. Yoga Nidra is usually practiced for about 30 minutes to an hour at a time. During the deepest part of this state, which is considered qualitatively different from ordinary waking consciousness, practitioners are thought to be realigned with the most spiritual part of their inner nature. Practitioners of Yoga Nidra claim, however, that it is not a substitute for sleep, but that its benefits go far beyond that of relaxation. It is further claimed that 1 hour of Yoga Nidra practice equates to about 4 hours of sleep. This has led to the suggestion that Yoga Nidra is a third mental state related to both sleep and relaxation, but still possessing properties that make it unique. It is asserted that Yoga Nidra is qualitatively different from normal relaxation, inasmuch as many of the ongoing mental preoccupations of daily life are thrown off, even though awareness of the environment remains intact. Additionally, however, it is thought that Yoga Nidra is also different from sleep, since in ordinary sleep, one's mental tensions cannot always be resolved. It is claimed further that with time, the practice can produce a major transformation of the self, one that extends to the promotion of physical, emotional, and spiritual health and well-being.